washed up because I spent hours in the motherfucking studio. Hours. I paid over $50,000 in studio time because you gotta pay good engineers, you gotta go to a good studio, and you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Because I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga. Nothing. So for a bitch.
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good Monday so far. That clip that you guys just heard, I'm going to just rewind it back just a tad bit because I know some people are just joining this podcast. And I'm just going to go back just a tiny little bit because Cardi B said something really big. And mind you, this is not the first time she admitted to this, but a lot of people still praise this woman, they support this woman, and this is a female predator. You guys cannot get mad at people for still liking R. Kelly, for still loving Bill Cosby, for still liking Trey Songz, for still liking Chris Brown, for still liking all these other guys who might have had allegations or were convicted of sexual assault when this woman blatantly said what she did to survive. Women looked at this like empowerment. They looked at this like what Cardi B was doing. She had to do it or she would have died or she wouldn't have been able to make it. I want you guys to know in this video, Cardi B said that she was 24 years old. I believe Cardi B is now, 27, 28? I could be wrong. Somebody can quote me on that. I know she is still in her 20s. Or am I wrong? I don't know. She could be at 30. I don't know. All I know is in the video, she said she was 24. That wasn't too long ago. But I wanted you guys to hear this because a lot of people keep thinking that we make up stories about Cardi B. And no, she didn't say this. And if she said it, then why did Tasha K get sued? Tasha K said that Cardi B was a crackhead and other things, which she never admitted on camera. So that is called defamation when you make up something like that about someone with no valid proof. But this is clearly Cardi B. Everybody knows what this woman looks like. The only thing is she's not wearing 15 pounds of makeup and she's not wearing a wig. She's covered up, but you guys can definitely see that this is her. She's loud, ghetto, same voice, same face. Let's not act like this ain't her. This is not a video shopped video. This is purely Cardi B ranting and telling us what she did in the past. So I want you guys to listen to this again, because we're going to talk about this.
So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Because I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do.
Okay, so you guys clearly heard Loudmouth. She admitted on camera that, oh, you want to have sex with me? You want to have sex with me? And I drugged them and I robbed them. The only difference is Cardi B also admitted that when these guys were under the influence of drugs, because she drugged them, she had trannies assault these men sexually. So while these men were not able to fight back, that is when she had trannies do their thing with these men. So again, Cardi B was never held accountable for this kind of behavior because what did the cops say? Nobody came forward and said if it was true or not. They don't have any proof that she actually did these things. But again, guys, when Rick Ross said pop tamale in her drink and she didn't even know it, they had a change.org to cancel Rick Ross. They wanted him removed from all platforms. They didn't want him making any more music off of that lyric. Now, if you don't know who Rick Ross is by now, you shouldn't be following me. You need to Google. It is free. But when he said in the rap lyric that he popped Molly in her drink and she didn't even know it, the whole world went crazy. But Cardi B openly admitted, not just on this video, but she also did a video screaming and hollering in a car saying that, yep, drugged them, put it in their drink, yep. Then had the trainee come up there and assault them, yep. She admitted more in the other video. Okay. So again, I just want you guys to see how easy it is to be a female predator and not be held accountable at all. But women love to make sure men are held accountable, right? They still get mad at other people who like R. Kelly, right? But how can you get mad at men who still like the music? They may not like R. Kelly as a person anymore, but they may still like his craft, which is his music, right? But you're not holding Cardi B accountable. Let's not forget that Cardi B also got a Disney bag. Disney, I know they saw this video and I know they know exactly what this woman did. And yet, she was not held accountable. So when you ask me why women that are not Cardi B do this bullshit to regular guys, it's because they know that 8 times out of 10, the woman is not going to be held accountable. So if anybody follows me on Instagram, I did share a text thread that was sent to me. And in the text thread, he was getting to know this woman. So I told him, send me a little bit of what you guys talked about prior to going out and now. So this man was talking to this woman. It all seemed cool. He told her, let me know when you get home. So they had that kind of relationship where she would let him know when she made it home, right? They had phone conversations. Everything was going well. Then he told her, what's the plan for today? She invited him to a club in Georgia. Okay. So now in the text thread, we did not ever see them talk about drinks. And when I asked them, was there any prior discussion about drinks and shots? No, they never talked about drinks. Okay. So he was to meet her at the club. She told him to be there at 11. He got there a little bit early. She said she was almost there too, which I think was a lie, but we'll go into that in a second. Now, in the same breath, when he told her he was there and she said she was almost there, the woman slipped up. She slipped up and sent him a text. Now, mind you guys, I need you guys to understand that shit like this does happen, but it doesn't happen this effortlessly where you can actually catch them in the act. A lot of men don't get this blessing from God. A lot of these men have to find out the hard way, which I hate that they have to do that, but it happens. But the woman slipped up and sent him a text, and it said, you said it works better in light or dark liquor. Okay, now we had some people, which I call Captain Save 'em hoes, and they felt like, well, that's still not enough proof that she was gonna drug them. And how do we know that that's what she meant? And blah, blah, blah. They were saving this hoe. Okay, people that have a brain, that know street knowledge, that know how to cipher a text and know how to break it down, they know what the fuck this bitch meant. And I'm saying bitch because I'm upset. Okay? Because a lot of people tend to think that this shit is fake. They think that it's just a joke when it really isn't. See, this woman was so stupid. She had just been texting him and forgot who she was texting because she sent this to the wrong person. Now, if she was to say, what were you saying? Which drink should I order? Which shot will go better with it as a chaser? Okay, that makes sense, right? But this bitch, she said, you said it works better in light or dark liquor. Now, if anybody knows how to drug someone, 9 times out of 10, they're going to drug them with a light liquor. Okay? They're going to pop whatever pill it is, let it fizzle, but they're going to get you off your guard so you can't tell the difference. And dark liquor, you can tell it looks cloudy, like coffee with cream in it. Shit don't look right, for somebody that knows how to analyze a drink, right? So that is why she was getting clarification. Now, clearly, the person she was supposed to text, they are a pro at drugging men, right? Because she was giving this woman the game. And this woman wanted to clarify which type of drink should she get where it won't be noticeable. That was the reason for that motherfucking text. If anybody thinks otherwise, I really don't give a fuck. Because right now, South Beach is #1 for drugging and robbing men. If you Google right now, drugging and robbing men in South Beach, you're going to see about 15 mugshots from 15 different women, and they are Black and Hispanic. And all of these different women drugged and robbed men and actually got caught. But that's only like 15% that they catch. The rest of them, they get by scot-free. Nobody knows anything. Nobody saw anything. They were able to successfully drug and rob a man. Now, we know why there's not a big outpour, because the man is the victim. When the man is the victim, nobody gives a fuck. They feel like that man deserves it. They feel like that man shouldn't have went to the club. That man shouldn't have followed a stripper upstairs. It's always victim blaming when it's a man being victimized. And that is what makes me upset, because the world should be just as angry when it's a man. And see, Cardi B, she set the tone. Now, mind you, they've been drugging and robbing men for decades. Correct. I agree. But when you got somebody at Cardi B's level, she's not a C-list or a B-list celebrity. She is definitely an A motherfucking list celebrity. So when you have somebody like her telling the public, I did this about 3 or 4 years ago, that's still fresh in my book. It ain't like she did it when she was like 19, 20. She did that shit as an adult. Okay? And the world did not drag her and prosecute her like they do men. That is what makes me mad, because of her saying that and getting away with it. These motherfuckers all think that they can do it and get away with it, which a lot of them do. And this is not the first story that was sent to me, guys. I have several stories from men where they were almost drugged. I have pictures, I have proof, but I'm not going to give it all to y'all at once like that. I'm going to give y'all little pebbles right now, because I want to bring awareness to what these women are doing to innocent men. I don't care if the man was at a strip club looking at ass all day, throwing hundreds. That still doesn't give a woman a right to drug him and rob him, because it's a dangerous game out here, right? This man that was hoping to go to the club and meet a good woman was about to be drugged. I don't know if she was going to kill him or rob him. That part, I don't know. It didn't go that far. He caught it because she sent it to the wrong person. And then try to call him, then try to beg him to. Now, mind you, what you guys need to also understand is that it isn't enough evidence for him to go to the cops. What are you going to say? She sent me this encrypted text. That is not enough evidence. That'll be it. That wouldn't even last in trial. It wouldn't go far, because she could easily tell the cop, that's what I meant. I was talking about a drink. Which shot will go better, with light liquor or dark liquor? And she could get away with that. There was never any drugging that occurred because he caught it early. So there is absolutely nothing this man can do. All he can do is say, okay, I have to remember who this woman is. I got her number. And that's if that was her real number. See, that's the thing. That could have been a text me number. That's what people don't realize. She could have gave him a fake name. They're about to meet up for the first time at a club. And it could have been wrong. And it was a club that she suggested. Now, on Instagram, a couple people said Atlanta is grimy like that. I believe it. Atlanta, Vegas, and Miami, those are big hot spots for being drugged and robbed, because a lot of people go there, especially Vegas. Vegas, they catch y'all slipping easy, because men go there to have fun and not remember anything that happened, and that's a dangerous game. So I'm doing this show to kind of put you guys on game. And ladies, it's not about you. Sorry. Because if this had been a woman going through this, this would have been a different outcome. If there was a lot of men out there right now doing these things, Me Too movement would be all over it. Every episode of something happening like this, they would be all over it. But when it's men, they don't give a fuck, because most of your predators are men. Most of your rapists, most men that assault people, it's men. Men doing it to women. But when you hear women doing it to men, it's just not believable in society's eyes. Then they want to say, well, why did he go to the club anyway? Why did he trust a hoe anyway? But when it's a woman being victimized and we say, well, why was she wearing that skirt? What happens to us? We're canceled, right? Why did she have her titties out? We'll be in trouble, right? So I want that same energy for these men who are being taken advantage of. Now, guys, I want you to understand this. If you ever go out to Miami, if you go on vacation, now mind you, the reason why Miami is number one right now for being drugged and robbed, men being drugged and robbed, is because it's a hot spot. Everybody wants to go to Miami. It's a cheap trip. You can go to Florida, kick your feet up. That place and Vegas are like your top two destinations. You can get them on a timeshare. The shit is easy and it's cheap, right? That's why everybody goes. Those are two hotspots, especially for tourists. But I want you to know, these scammers, these predators, they already live there. They know Miami like their wigs. They know it very well. Okay? So fellas, if you're going out with the boys and you guys go to a club, stay together. And if any of you guys see a woman that you're interested in, make sure your boys know who you're talking to. If y'all got to take a picture of the bitch, take a picture of the bitch. But do not leave with that woman. Don't leave with a random woman. It's kind of basic, right? But what I want men to understand is that when you see a pretty woman, she's not alone. 9 times out of 10, she has a wingman. Her girl, she's there too. That's the distraction. That's the decoy. You guys go up to the bar to get a drink. Oh, meet my friend Susan. Susan shows up. She has her titties out, beautiful in the face. And that quick second when you get distracted by meeting Susan, she's popping that into your drink. The drink that you bought, the drink that you saw poured, right? So you don't think nothing's wrong with that drink. She's pulling the pill out of her cleavage and putting it in your drink really fast while her friend Susan distracts you. It's easy to distract a man with titties. They're going to look there naturally, right? Oh, you are handsome. Do you have any friends? Keep them talking while that drink is dissolving into while that pill is dissolving into the drink. That's the easiest way to get these motherfuckers out here. And y'all don't even see it. It's that quick. It's that easy. But say that it does work and she gets you all drugged up. Remember, you came with your boys, right? So they're going to go and check on you. Okay, he's with that girl and he sees you not your normal self. No, he's tired, y'all. He's done for the day. Y'all bitches can move along. He's going with us. It's basic shit like that. But a lot of men don't do that. They don't. They don't tell their boys who they talking to, where they're going. They just go because it's, hey, you only live once, right? Until you wake up and all your shit is gone or you don't wake up at all. It's a dangerous game out here, fellas. And if y'all clearly saw Cardi B get away with this shit, these low-level women will get away with it too. Few of them would get caught, but not all of them. Do you think that was her first time sending that text on accident? That probably was her first time. But do you think it was her first time trying to drug someone? Maybe she scammed somebody and she wanted to take it up another level. So what I'm saying is, I'm telling you guys to be aware because they don't give a fuck about these men who are being drugged. And if Cardi B can get away with it as an A-list celebrity, because I can guarantee you guys, if Rick Ross, if anybody else that's of that statue, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Nas, if any of them came out and said 20 years ago, it could be 20 years ago, I used to pop a Molly in her drink, get her all nice and, comfortable, and I would rob her for all her shit. Do you honestly think these guys would still be making hits today? No, they wouldn't be, right? But again, when it's a man being taken advantage of, the world doesn't give a fuck. Well, I give a fuck. I think it's a dangerous game. It really is, you guys. It is. And you guys need to understand that a lot of the shit they're doing, you can catch it early. And you have every right to beat the fuck out of that bitch when you find out what she tried to do. Because most of the time, these women, they're drugging you so that their boys can take advantage of you by robbing you, tying you up, using zip ties. That's easy to get into a club. Zip ties are common. They put them in their little coats. They put them in their inside shirt. Those zip ties are easy to bring in to a club. It's not going to alert any type of device, right? Like a gun would. Zip ties, zip, zip. 2 seconds. You can't move your arms. 2 seconds. That easy, right? So what I'm saying, fellas, is when you're going out on a vacation spot, and it might not even be Florida, it might not be Vegas, you might be going to New York, go with your boys. Don't be by yourself. And if you end up talking to a broad, take a picture of her and send it to your boys. This is who I'm talking to. That way, if some shit go down, they know who to fuck up. Because the only way you're going to start catching these scammers is actually catching them in the act. Because you already know the tricks, right? We always tell you, make sure you see the drink poured and all that. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But they can still get you in other ways. If they see that you're not moving away from that drink, if they see that you're real focused, they're going to bring in the decoy. Fun bags, the one with the big titties. Most men are very visual. So if they see a pretty woman and she got big titties, that's where they're looking. They forgot all about that motherfucking drink. I'm telling y'all, it's that easy. They find ways to get you guys to focus. Now, if you're still like one of those motherfuckers that just don't want to leave your drink, say you order some finger food. They'll crush them pills up and put that shit in there somehow. All you need is a bite. They will find ways to get you to get that drug in your system. It works all the time. Cardi B was able to do it easy because what she said, oh, you want to have sex? Okay, you want to have sex? Even if a man says, yes, I want to have sex with you ladies, that doesn't give you a right to drug him. He didn't say he wanted to be drugged and robbed and taken advantage of. I'm positive of that, right? So again, this man was about to be drugged that easy if he was not on his P's and Q's. He wouldn't. I mean, he didn't have to buy the drink. She could have been like, "Give us 2 vodkas, right? Get us 2 shots," and then had her decoy come in and get him off guard for just 2 seconds. They keep the pills right there in their cleavage. Women like to wear those bras that boost up their titties because your bra has a little pocket in the middle. Some of these bras have a little pocket in the middle of them, and they put the pill right down in there. You'll never know it's down in there. It's that easy, y'all. That's how they get y'all motherfuckers. That easy. And when you're putting it inside of a shot, a lot of people are not focused. You know, alcohol has a nasty taste already, so you're not thinking there's a pill in there. So what I'm saying is, this is how they're doing this to you guys. They're getting you off your guard. They're finding ways. If there's a bunch of women, you're not going to feel threatened. You're not going to feel like they're going to rob you. A lot of men feel like they're the man. In a group of pretty women, oh, I'm about to score. We're about to have a threesome, foursome, fivesome, right? And really, they're about to rob you and potentially kill you. So what I'm saying is, this is important for you fellas to just be aware, because they don't care about you guys in these streets. They're not picketing for men who are being taken advantage of, because it's a man. And that's the only reason why I'm mad. And if any man supports this behavior and they tend to think, oh, she's pretty, she's not going to drug and rob me, that's your first fuck up right there. Y'all got to stop acting like this shit don't happen. See, but you guys will definitely entertain a fake ass TikTok of someone saying, buy my food and my 18 friends. That's what you guys entertain. That bullshit that's out there right now. And I'm trying to put you on some real shit. That's the only reason why it's harder for me to get bigger, because you guys are supporting these motherfuckers who are acting for clout. Y'all making them rich. These people go on TikTok and create these fake ass scenarios. Some of them go off of my stories that are sent to me. Some of them are ripping off the ideas off of my stories. Oh, you know what? That'd be a good TikTok. Let's do a TikTok where if you don't pay for me, if you don't pay for me and my 18 friends, then I'm not going out with you. But there was a story that my client shared with me a while back. Oh, she broke up with her friend and she's hungry. And I told her you were going to pay. See, what people are doing now is they're recycling my fucking content, my stories that are sent to me by real people. And they're flip-flopping it so it doesn't sound identical to what I'm doing. They want to make it different. So instead of it being 1 friend, let's do 18 friends. Now, y'all know good way in hell, in real life, ain't no motherfucking normal man working a normal job is going to pay for his girl and 18 friends. Get real. We all know that shit is not realistic, but yet y'all will share that shit, entertain that shit, promote it on your page, and then you go to that bitch's page and it says that she's an actress. So that's why it's hard for pages like me to get bigger, because you guys are entertaining these low-level pages that are creating fake-ass stories. And they're actually actresses. And what you're doing for them is you're making them TikTok famous, where they're going to start getting paid. So every time you share it, every time you talk about it, you're giving them the clout that they're asking for. Ever since that McDonald's fiasco, everybody wants to go viral on TikTok by lying. That's what hurts. So real shit that I'm trying to show, it won't go viral in place of the fake shit. And that's why people keep getting caught up, because they're not promoting the real shit. Start promoting shit that's going to actually help the next person. Men getting drugged, to me, is serious, because I'm telling you, these men are going to start killing these women. And I'm trying to educate these women to stop doing it. In South Beach, the average age of a woman that was drugging men was 21 years old, y'all. 21. Cardi B said she was 24. These women are 21. They haven't even lived life yet. They just became legal. And that's the first thing they're going to do. Try to drug and rob a man. A lot of these men are not going to accept that. They're going to start fighting back. They are going to start fighting back. If anybody knows who Dave East is, he's a rapper. He had a son called Keisha. Keisha set him up, gave him the pussy, and then robbed him. And he did a part 2. Keisha's no longer. Now, if you're from the streets, you know what that means. Keisha got hers. You don't drug and rob men. They will come back for you. Even Tupac said it. I always got to worry about the payback of some buff that I roughed up way back, coming back after all these years, right? That's what happens in real life. You might think you're getting away with it, but then these motherfuckers will come back and end you. If anybody knows who Dave East is, he is a rapper. And this girl named Keisha set him up. He didn't even remember what happened because he drugged them took all his jewels, and she fucked up. Well, he found Keisha, and that was a real story. So when I tell you that this shit really does happen, it does. But if you do it to the wrong person, good luck. You'll be just like Keisha. And until men start putting their foot down, that's what's going to start happening. They're going to keep doing this until someone actually makes them an example. And then you're going to have that mom on TV saying, oh, my baby would never do that. Well, your baby did do it. Your baby did do it. So I'm trying to catch these women now, and I'm hoping they're listening. It's not an easy game to live in. You're going to always be looking over your back because you might have gotten away with it with this guy, but then the next guy might actually kill you. It's not a joke, you guys. No man deserves to be drugged. You need to start getting a job and quit being lazy. Clearly, this man had an interest in this motherfucker because he cared about her getting home safely. Let me know when you make it home. Hey, beautiful, let me know when you're home. Okay, now that you're home, let me know when you're settled in. Give me a call. So clearly, he saw an interest in this bitch, and she used that to try to get him. That was not a text about a drink, about just a drink. She just wanted me to try this drink at this new club. No, that's not what it was about. She was gonna drug that man. And if anybody thinks anything different, it's because you're naive. We all heard Cardi B say that, how easy it was for her. And even if a man goes to a strip club and he's expecting the stripper to suck his dick, that still does not warrant her to drug him. Either you're gonna have sex with a man or you're gonna say, no, I don't want to have sex. Okay, leave it at that. But when you drug men, bad things happen. The only thing is that none of these men came back on Cardi B. Look at her status and look who her husband is. Offset is not no bitch ass nigga. He's not. She got lucky. But if Cardi B was like Keisha, living in the streets waiting for her next scam, Cardi B probably wouldn't even be alive today. That's how dangerous it is. I don't care what you have to do to survive. But if a man said, you know what? I was struggling. I had to feed my daughter. So I had to rob and drug women to survive. Do you think he would have made it in the industry? Do you think people would have bought his records? Do you think women would have said, we understand, we're mothers, we get it. You had to do, no, Cardi B's bad tooth ass at the time could have got a job. She could have gotten a job in a call center because she runs her mouth so much. That would have been a perfect job for her. There's no excuse for her to try to make it seem like I had to survive, so I had to drug men to get the money. That is nothing about empowerment. The Me Too movement didn't say a damn thing. Nobody said anything. I'm going to keep bringing it to light because to me, Cardi B is the worst woman out there because nobody has touched her yet. Nobody has brought her to light yet. And even though she did get that woman, Tasha K, it was for something totally different. If Tasha K would have said, Cardi B, you are a predator for drugging men, it's on video. So she can't get you for defamation for some shit that she put out. Know your laws. She can't get me for what I'm saying because we all heard the motherfucking video twice, right? She is a female predator. I will never support a Cardi B record, her music, or her as a person until she can come out, donate to all those men's families that she fucked up and apologize. It takes a real woman to say, you know what? 5-6 years ago, I said something on camera that probably hurt a lot of people. I embarrassed a lot of people. And those men never came out on me because I know they were probably embarrassed when they found out what I did to them. Well, if you were one of those guys, I did that too, because I know who you are, because I remember it was only 5 years ago. I want to be able to first apologize to you and donate, if you have kids, to their college fund, or just give you guys something to say I'm sorry. She never did that, guys, because now she's famous. She doesn't have to do those bad things to survive now, right? But you should still be saying I'm sorry, because when you don't, that allows these other women who look up to her. There's women right now that think Cardi B is their God. She's their master. Whatever she does, they try to do too. Well, you know what? I am struggling. I don't have a job. Let me try the Cardi B way. Let me get into the strip club. Now, mind you, some of those men that were going to the strip club, they were probably married. So when you think about why nobody came out, some of them probably shouldn't have even been there. But it still doesn't give her a right to take advantage of these men. It don't. And there's women that are doing that right now. Right now, somebody is popping something into a man's drink as we speak. He can have a soda right now, sitting on the top of the nightstand, and bam, she put that pill in there. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that this is something that we need to start bringing to light. We need to start being vigilant, because that is not the first story I got, and it won't be the last. I have a few that I will be sharing, because it's worse than that. I have stories that are worse than that. And a lot of men, well, why won't they show their face? Why would you want to? I mean, fellas, if you found out that while you were drugged up, a man started sucking your dick, do you think you'll want the world to know that? Keep it 100 with me today. If you found out that that woman with the fat ass who took you up to that room, that she didn't even touch you, it was a man who actually topped you off, would you guys go to the cops and say, hey, guess what? This woman led me into a room, right? I was at the strip club and I woke up, all my stuff was gone and I was butt ass naked. But then that same woman went on TV or went on live and said she was doing this to men, and I remember her. What man would want to admit that he had his dick sucked by another man while he was drugged up? No man's going to want to come clean to that, right? That's why you don't have a lot of male victims. Not only did Cardi B drug them and rob them, but she violated them. So how can anybody sit here and still listen to her music? Y'all wanted Tory Lanez canceled, right? Why are people doing music with Tory Lanez when they shot Megan? Megan did a song with a female predator. She didn't give a fuck about a woman that was drugging men then, right? But you want us to give a fuck about your weak ass foot? No, we don't care. You didn't care. You didn't care what she was doing. You just wanted to be in WAP, right? How can y'all sit here and support this bitch? That's what I want to know. How can y'all support someone who got away with victimizing men? I will never support her. I don't care if she called me and said, Daphne, I'll give you $2 million to say I'm the best rapper alive. I wouldn't take the money. She's a disgusting, vile individual. And until she can actually admit to what she did, bring awareness to men that are victims, create something for them and their families, I'll never support her. Y'all can keep supporting the bitch. I won't. I don't like her. She's right next. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say she's the same as R. Kelly. She's worse. She is worse to me. Her shit was recent. Very recent. And she didn't just do it with one man. She did it to multiple men whom we'll never know. Right? So all I'm saying is you guys are really praising and supporting the wrong people. Cardi B should have lost a lot of her fans. Imagine this. Doja Cat lost what? 200,000 followers when she called out that minor, right? For releasing the DMs. People were unfollowing Doja Cat for her semi-predator behavior, right? Cardi B's followers went up. Everybody saw that video. Everybody saw the video and heard the video, and her followers went up. She ended up getting deals. Fashion Nova, the Disney Channel, all these deals, and they know what she did. That is dangerous. But let me ask you this. How many endorsements did Rick Ross get after he said pop the Molly in her drink and she didn't even know it? That video of Rick Ross at the club and that woman tried to get him to drink that shot and he deflected it like, nope, I'm not drinking that. People were like, well, you were doing that to women. You were drugging them. You were popping Molly's in their drink. Remember that? They don't let men live down what they say and do, right? But Cardi B, we have to act like it was a figment of our imagination. I will not make this a figment. Not here, guys. On this podcast, I'm going to continue to bring awareness until the cops reopen this case. Somebody will speak up. Let them be Jane Doe. Here's the fucked up part. When a male is a victim, they want your government name. Jonathan Williams, come forward. But when a woman lies about sexual assault or is out here lying, she gets to be a Jane Doe. Imagine that, guys. How come the men have to come forward with their government names? How come they can't be John Doe? That's all I want to know. That is why these men are not speaking up, because y'all want them to come out with their government name. They don't want to be linked to something like that. They want to be anonymous too, right? I pray that if these men are listening, which I don't know if they are, that they file a civil suit against Cardi B. Take her for all the money she has like they'd do any other man. It has to start with these men standing up for themselves and making sure that they're allowed to use John Doe like women can use Jane Doe, right? Reebok, okay. Reebok signed Cardi B too. I want y'all to remember that they're doing all these different things after that video coming out. The most latest video was her in a car. That was in 2019. 2019 is when she was in the car admitting to not only drugging and robbing men, but having trannies take advantage of these men. How much proof do y'all need? And the cops said, well, we don't have any proof of that. Okay, so why were y'all trying to get Rick Ross? Ain't now one woman came forward and said, hey, he popped a Molly in my drink. It was a fucking lyric. It was a lyric. It was no different than these battle rappers who say, I'm gonna bust in your house and shoot your baby and your wife too. It's just a lyric. That's all it was. But they wanted Rick Ross arrested for saying that in a song. Right? I mean, come on, you guys. Men can't do shit today without women trying to bring them down. But women, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Yo, we gotta start advocating for men. We gotta start holding Cardi B accountable. Even if it starts with me creating a change.org. I would do that shit in a heartbeat. Cardi B admitted to drugging and robbing men and having trannies have their way with him. And she is still getting Reebok deals, Fashion Nova, Disney, all these endorsements for admitting to being a female predator. That's her reward. She didn't get not one punishment, you guys. Maybe we should start a change.org to have her removed and all her music, like they did Bill Cosby and his show. Like they're trying to do R. Kelly. He's about to do 30 years for some shit that he did years ago. So if they can go back on R. Kelly's and the Bill Cosby's, all we're asking to do is go back, 4 years? That's all. Cardi B just said that shit. That's what it feels like. We all saw the video. So at the end of the day, when are they going to hold women accountable for this kind of behavior, y'all? It starts with us. So I'm just going to go to the comments. I would love if anybody has seen behavior like this or know someone that it's happened to, fellas, if you were one of the victims of somebody trying to get you, come on and tell me about it. Please. But any female that still supports Cardi B, I feel bad for you. I really do. Because you're basically saying that you support a woman who drugged and robbed men and took advantage of them. I don't care if they were married. I don't care if they went to a strip club. I don't care. No man deserves that. It's very dangerous. I'm wondering how many of those men she probably hurt. But most men that come from the streets, if they found out she did that shit to them and had a tranny top them off, there would be no Cardi B. And I'm not making no threats or nothing. But let's be real. They've each proved that to us. You don't do that to people. You don't. You don't. The streets, they talk. If Cardi B didn't make it to the level she's at right now, she would be running for the rest of her life. Because none of those men would let that slide, right? She just happened to make it just in time. And when she made it, it was after she made it that she told everybody what she did. Mind you, she didn't tell people what she did when she was a broke stripper with bad teeth and nobody. She didn't say nothing then. It was when she made it famous because she knew now she's in a position where I can pay for protection. I don't even know how Offset married her, knowing all the things that she did, but you do got a lot of simps. But then again, Offset cheated on her a bunch of times too, right? He cheated a bunch of times. So she really didn't have that wop like she claimed to have. But my thing is, Meg Thee Stallion got mad at anybody that wanted to do a song with Tory Lanez, right? But this bitch did a song with a person that admitted to drugging and robbing men and having trannies assault them. How come Gayle didn't sit down with Cardi B to talk about that? Anybody want to know why Gayle, her bitch ass, didn't sit with Cardi B? Well, Cardi B, you made a video. Mind you, you don't think Gayle saw the video? She only sits with people that she picks and chooses. How come she didn't have Cardi B on the show to ask her, can you elaborate on that video? Why did you do that to men? Did you ever apologize? Did you ever tell them you didn't mean, or you were sorry? That you were a piece of shit? Did you ever try to turn yourself in? No. What I'm saying is a lot of women will still support Cardi B. She has a lot of followers, not me. I won't. I don't support women that do things like that, y'all. She made it big. after doing those things to men, and that's just not okay. Because we know if it had been a man saying these things, even if it happened when he was 19 and the man is now 50, they would still want that case opened up, and they would still try to get any evidence they could to get him locked up. Tell me I'm fucking lying, y'all. Tell me I'm lying. If Rick Ross said back when I was a probation officer, or no, I'm sorry, when he worked as a detention officer in the jails, I used to, when women used to come in there, I tell them, top me off and I let you go. I find a way to get you guys out of here quicker. Y'all would want him hung. Y'all would want him eliminated. Y'all wouldn't care that it was years ago. So I want y'all to have that same energy for someone who openly admitted more than once. That was the first video she made, not the second one. That was the very first one. So again, you guys, it just showed you how women can get away with doing this to men. And until they start making examples of these predators, they're going to still be out there drugging and robbing men without their consent. No means no, too, right? You think if they ask men, hey, can I put this mod in your drink? A man would say, sure. I was waiting for you to ask that. No. Okay, so who do we have on here? We have Q. Q, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Miss Daphne. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Talk to me, Q.
I love your show. I love what you've been doing.
Thank you.
I think I found you about a year ago, and I've always been like, I want to keep bettering myself, so I keep looking at content like yours and Art of Kicks and stuff like that. So I appreciate what you do.
I appreciate you too. Do you have anything to say about today's show?
Yeah, me and a very close friend of mine I was almost a victim of somebody trying to take advantage of me when I was in high school. And he ended up actually getting one of my close friends that I'll remain nameless in high school. And this dude was like, I think like 32 at the time. He kept trying to get us to come to his house or come out of state somewhere and have drinks and smoke with him and stuff like that. He'd be like, no, just come over here, just have a little fun. I'll bring some female friends around us and stuff like that. And I would be like, no, I think I'll pass. He ended up getting one of my friends drugged up and stuff and ended up getting him and just messed him up for a while. And dude always just seemed weird, but I always hated it. And I realized what happened when I got older, and I was like, oh, if I see this dude, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna have to. Cause like that's messed up. You 30 and we're like 16, 17. It's nasty, man.
Well, I'm sorry that happened. And it happens very often too. And like I said to a lot of men in the past, you got women out there that will act like you guys are in a relationship. They will make you feel good until you let your guard down. Then when you let your guard down, it's time to attack. Women, they are determined to get the money. They will do whatever it takes. If anybody knows who the Claremont twins are, those women who started off black and now they're light like Michael Jackson. They both have all this surgery. Well, one of them robbed a man that was dead. He died. And she's out now, you guys. She's out. Can someone explain to me how a woman got off by doing something like that? If it had been a man and the woman died and he used her credit card and spent $15,000, he would still be in the prison right now, butt buddies with Tyrone and Cell Block D. He wouldn't be out. She's out, guys. Women get slapped on the wrist. They don't get penalized like I need them to be penalized. Because a lot of women, they act like it don't happen. Cardi B is our biggest predator of all time right now because she hasn't been touched. How can a cop say, well, until men come out, y'all can easily open that case if they wanted to. They can easily say, hey, guys, if you were a victim, if you were drugged and robbed around this time 4 years ago by this woman, because you're not going to forget what she looked like. That old face, you ain't going to forget. Them chip teeth, you ain't going to forget that. If you were a victim of this woman, you can remain anonymous. I honestly feel men will come out. It's the not being anonymous part that scares them. How come men have to say their name, but women can be Jane Doe? How come? Why are we protecting female predators in broad daylight? I know Cardi B knows who I am. I know for sure that she knows who I am. If Chris Brown was able to share one of my memes, I know Cardi B knows who I am. I'm just not rich like she is, right? Because if she can attack Tasha K for calling her a crackhead and all that, I know she knows who I am. And being a woman that has kids, you would want them to do the right thing too, right? Because I'm positive if it was her son that was drugged and robbed and taken advantage of, she would want that person to be locked up for life, right? So we got to give it the energy we would give it if it was reversed. That's how I feel, you guys. Like I said, I'm the page that's going to bring awareness, whether people share it or not. But what angers me is those people, instead of sharing the shit that I'm trying to promote to bring awareness, they would rather entertain some bullshit that somebody made on TikTok. And half of these women who hate R. Kelly and hate Bill Cosby, they love Cardi B. Can y'all make it make sense? They can't say Cardi B lied about that because they don't know her. You think Cardi B would really get on video twice and say she did this to men just for the hell of it? No, guys. She meant every word. She was a broke stripper with no body, didn't have good looks, and she had a bad mouth. Nobody was looking her way. No one. So she did what she had to do to survive, which was take advantage of men, right? So we can't be surprised that it's still being done. My thing is, men, do not let any of these women get by. If you are a victim of being drugged and robbed, I know it's embarrassing. I know it's embarrassing. I feel for y'all. It has to be embarrassing that you let your guard down over some pussy and you got played. And a lot of these men are married, I'm sure. When you go to Vegas, it stays there, right? But it doesn't have to, fellas. You got to hold these women accountable because you're actually saving their life. Because everybody they do this to, they're not going to be nice. They're not going to wake up and say, damn, she took all my money and my jewels. Okay. Like the woman who took that man's jewelry and even took the urn that had ashes in it that he wore around his neck. That's low level shit, guys. You got to understand that this stuff happens a lot. And that's not the only story. I have another one too. I'm just waiting to verify. I verify to make sure. Men go through a lot when it comes to being scammed. And it is still happening today. So women love to victimize men by saying, well, they're not going to the cops, so it didn't happen. They're not posting about it, so it didn't happen. Well, you're covering their names, so it didn't happen. It doesn't mean it didn't happen. These men don't want to be embarrassed. They don't. Like, man, how can you let your guard down for a hoe? Like, man, you don't know that these hoes ain't loyal? That's how men talk to other men when they do dumb shit like that. Okay, who else do we have on here? We have Louis. Louis D, you're on. How can I help you today?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I just want to say this. This TikTok is going to kill us. It's just destroying us. I sat out there. I don't even waste time watching that stuff because I'm starting to notice. I'm like, wait a minute. That's some stuff this segment was talking about. And then they turn around and flip it. Because let's be realistic. Who the hell going to pay for 18 people in 2022 with inflation going up? Who's going to do that?
It was fake. We and that's what I said. I definitely exposed it. The woman is an actress. The guy is an actor. They both create fake skits. They're just like the McDonald's people. So, but unfortunately, TikTok made them famous. So the guy's already certified, and now the woman is about to be certified shortly. That's what they do, guys. When you get certified on TikTok, they start to pay you guys, and that's
also,
how that's they are money.
Also, one other thing, I'm gonna close my mic out. I just started like reading a lot of your text messages, and I was up to about 1 o'clock one morning, and I just be shocked. And I don't know how you do it. I give you all the phrases for how you be finding out about these Facebook groups who just destroy brothers. I mean, we just catching a bad rap right now. Anything we do is wrong. We do this, it's wrong. We do this, we get locked up. All I want is just a backyard where I can just sit back and relax and kick my feet up.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that you like my content. Like I said, I always want to make people happy. I always want to bring awareness. And like I said, I realize that a page like mine is going to take a long time for me to get to where I need to get to. But if it means that I'm going to continue to bring light to these important situations, I will do that. Like I said, Cardi B as a human being, to me, she's vile. She's right there with R. Kelly. I think she's worse than him, but she is in the same level. I really do think that until they hold her accountable, she's going to continue to get all these deals. I just never heard of someone admitting to a crime and getting all these deals as a reward. But she's a woman. You guys, she's a woman. When you're a woman, you can admit to a crime and get away with it. So when these young girls who think Cardi B is their god, when they see her getting away with a crime like that, they try it. But then they're not getting away with it. A lot of these women are getting locked up, but not as many as I hope. I would love to see more women locked up and made examples of, but it starts with Cardi B. I'm very disgusted, and I am going to post that on my Facebook, on my Instagram today, and I'm going to tag her and say, Cardi B, are you ever going to go back and apologize to these men that you hurt? That would be really big of you. She can't get me for defamation. She said it, not me. She said, I have to do it to survive. Fuck you, bitch ass niggas. You know how she talks. Ghetto and loud as fuck for no reason. And Offset married that. He married that. And even if he cheated on her a bunch of times, that is still the mother of your kids who used to victimize men. How could you marry that person? How? How can anyone do a song with her? Let me ask you a question. Has Beyonce ever did a song with Cardi B? Has she? There are some people in this world that say, you know what? I think some of this shit might be true. She is a disgusting individual. But what makes me mad is Meg Thee Stallion got mad at the baby and anybody else who did a song with Tory who wasn't even found guilty yet, who still isn't guilty in my book. But then you go and do a WAP with a woman who drugged and robbed men and had trannies assault them. Like I said, women will support women predators. Amber Heard probably has all her friends in the industry. Oh, we're sorry you lost. Let's go for wine, girl. When it's a female predator, they still coddle them. They still say, you know what? We're still cool. But ask yourself why certain people have not done a song with Cardi B yet. A lot of them know what she represents. But what's really shocking to me, I never saw the Disney Channel signing a deal with her. Because if that had been Rick Ross, and they was like, you know what? We want to do a black cartoon based on Rick Ross. They would have created a change.org telling Disney, if you do that, we will boycott Disney. Tell me I'm lying, you guys. Please tell me I'm lying. When Disney gave her that bag, I was so upset. Maybe when I do the video, I'm going to tag Disney and Reebok and Fashion Nova and say, you guys should all be disappointed in yourselves for supporting a female predator. And it's going to be on the video of her saying, I drug and robbed men. Maybe I should just put that in the loop. I drugged and robbed men. I drugged and robbed men. So people can let it resonate in their spirit. Because I don't think you guys are understanding this enough. She's being rewarded every day for drugging and robbing men. And nobody cares about it. You females still play her music, still shake your ass in a strip club, knowing what this woman did. But I bet you if it was your brother or your daddy or your uncle, you would care. I bet you would care then. So when people ask me, why do you give a fuck? It's the past, let it go. What if I said that about R. Kelly? He did that in the past, let it go. And now we're hearing that the mother encouraged the daughter to do those things. It's like a criminal. You're putting a loaded gun in his way, knowing he's going to grab it. Or a crackhead. You're putting a piece of crack right there, knowing he's going to pick it up and smoke it. They literally gave R. Kelly a loaded gun, but they didn't want to use that part in court. Or that he's engaged, right? All that stuff they didn't use in court. They're trying to make him the poster boy of predators when it comes to men. Who's going to be the poster girl? I'm waiting for that. And I'm not talking about Amber Heard. It should be Cardi B. It should be Cardi B. I'm telling you guys, it bothers me that nobody wants to open this case. It hasn't been that long, you guys. 2019, that was just a few years ago. It hasn't been that long. How many videos does this woman need to do admitting to this and that nobody's going to step up and say anything? So again, guys, I will continue to do that. But I can't do it alone. I need y'all help. Cardi B should not be getting all these deals. If we need to boycott Reebok, I don't give a fuck about Fashion Nova. They're the weakest clothing site I ever seen in my life. But Reebok and Disney, they should be ashamed. Period. They should be ashamed. Because I guarantee you that Rick Ross, he actually lost some endorsements, if I'm right. When they resurfaced that lyric, popped the Molly in her drink and she ain't even know it, he lost endorsements and millions of dollars, guys, over a fucking rap lyric. But you're not going to use this woman's videos as admission that she did a crime. Oh, my goodness. I guess I'm talking to myself today. Louis D, did you have something else you had to say?
Yeah, I just had a question, and maybe we probably can laugh at this one. Now, they did a Survivor in R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they flipped it and did Surviving Cardi B?
I've been said that. And you know what? I am going to post that video of her admitting to robbing men again. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to follow it with a meme saying surviving Cardi B. And it's going to have a whole bunch of men silhouettes with question marks. We need to get this out there because as her bag continues to increase, you got men out there with no voice. You have men out there that have been victims of her, but they're scared to come out. But I guarantee you, if an officer said, if we get a man in this office that can admit that this happened to him, we will reopen this case. Because mind you, you got these women who are settling with Deshaun Watson. There's no proof that he did anything sexual to those women that massaged them, right? No proof, but yet they're settling. They're all getting paid money just for saying he did it. So if they can get rewarded, and then this man had to suffer, he already sat out a year, and now they're trying to give him another year? How much suffering does a black man have to fucking do? But when you got a woman saying, hey, I drugged and robbed men to survive. She didn't say a man. She said men, which is plural for more than one. Why aren't we doing to her what they're doing to Deshaun Watson? All it takes is admission. She's saying she did it. But the cops, we need guys to come out and say this. And okay. But these women who are just making it up, oh, yeah, I massaged him on this day. He did it. Okay, you get money. You get money. 20 women got paid money. And now the other 4 are about to get paid from the NFL. They wanted more money. Like I told y'all, I am absolutely tired of these women destroying our black men. When are we going to wake the fuck up and see the trend?
Have you seen some of those women who said it with Deshaun Watson? I'm like,
oh, wow.
Really?
Hold on 1 second, Louis. Not Wesley, Steve. Steve 2323 said that Ross. Oh, so I find that very odd how Cardi B gets a Reebok deal for admitting to drugging and robbing men and sexually assaulting them, but Ross loses a Reebok deal for a lyric. Pop tamale in her drink and she ain't even know it. Can somebody make it make sense, please? Can someone please make that make sense? They were both going to be sponsored by Reebok, but they dropped Rick Ross over a lyric because those women came strong with their game. Those women teamed up and said he could have done it. We don't need a woman to admit that he did it to her. He said it. So check this out. Rick Ross can say in a rap lyric that he did it, and that's enough for them to drop him. But Cardi B, we need a man to come out to admit that what she said was true. Can somebody help me make this make sense? Please? Y'all don't see the trend. So Reebok drops the black man, but accepts the loud, ghetto, fake-ass woman who admitted to doing a crime. More than once, though, guys. So that just tells women that you can admit to a crime that you did in the past, and no one's going to give a fuck. You're actually going to be deemed a hero. Guess how many women said, I understand, Cardi. I also was broke back in the day. You had to do what you had to do to survive. We get it. Can't believe that. Thank you so much for that, Steve, 2023. Okay, we have a woman on here. Okay. Get it. Can you hear me? Can't believe that. Thank you so much for that, Steve, 2023. Okay, somebody needs to mute their phone. I can hear myself in the background.
That's her.
Can you hear me? Okay, that's her. How do you say your name? Is it Piantka? I can hear myself in the background. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me mute her. Hold on. So I don't know how you pronounce your name. I think it's pronounced Piantka. you're gonna have to turn down your YouTube because I can hear myself in the background. Can you please do that? And then I'll unmute you. Hold on. Because I can hear. Yep, I can still hear myself. Let me mute you again. So Bianca, you're gonna have to turn down the volume on your YouTube because I can hear myself in the background and it's delayed. Can you hear me? Okay, so she left. She'll come back. But what I'm saying, guys, is thank you, Steve, for telling me that because I didn't know it was Reebok. But that just says a lot. Rick Ross can lose a deal over a lyric, which is not true because it was just a lyric. But Cardi B, who said the actual truth, she gets to keep the deal. So, guys, that just tells you who Reebok supports, right? Female predators. They'll drop a man in a hot second, right? Rick Ross, I just know that he lost a lot of money in endorsements. Now we know one was Reebok. So that's going to be a perfect example. A perfect example. And people tell me, well, why do you keep bringing back the past? They do it to black men every day. They do it to black men all the time. They brought up 3 decades worth of shit that Bill Cosby did. And you're telling me that we can't go back 3 years on this woman? I'm just saying, can we go back 3 years? I'm not saying 30 years. So if Bill Cosby can do almost 3 years in prison for something he did over a decade ago, why can't we get Cardi B the same way? That's all I'm saying, you guys. His lyrics was enough for people to hang him. They didn't need a woman to come out and say, it happened to me. He popped a Molly in my drink. Mind you, now one woman came out saying that he did it to her. So clearly it was just a rap lyric. No different than a man saying, I'll bust in your house, shoot your baby, shoot you in your head. It's just lyrics, guys. That's all it was. No woman came out and said Rick Ross did that. But that wasn't enough for people. They were loud enough for Reebok to drop Rick Ross like a bad habit. But look at Cardi B, still thriving. I think she also got a Pepsi endorsement. I can keep it going. Pepsi, Reebok, Fashion Nova, Disney. The list goes on and on and on. She was on the Super Bowl. So look at all these rewards that this woman got for being a female predator. Name one male predator who actually did some shit that he admitted to and he got rewarded by society. Can someone please help me with that? Who? What man came out and said, I did this shit, and they rewarded him with deals? I'll wait. This will take a long time, won't it? Because there ain't nobody. I need y'all to understand that. Women get favor. And as a woman, I'm disgusted and I'm pissed off. I'm mad. Cardi B probably won't even respond to me. But I'm going to keep bringing this to light because it ain't right how people are acting like this woman didn't admit to doing these crimes. Any man that did this, he would be done. He would be done. I remember when they went back on Kevin Hart 10 years ago. He said some homophobic jokes, right? And because of that, he had to step down from doing the Grammys. I'm sorry, was it the Grammys or the Oscars? They asked him to be the presenter. Forgive me if I got it wrong. It's either the Grammys or the Oscars. Was it the Oscars? They brought up a tweet from 2009, and this was in 2019. He said a homophobic tweet, and he said, I don't live there anymore, guys. I have matured since 2009, but that wasn't enough for that black man. They wanted him to suffer. The apology wasn't enough. They attacked him so bad that he had to step down from a once-in-a-lifetime thing. They don't really ask black people to do Oscars all the time. They don't. If you get picked, you're just lucky. You're just lucky. The Oscars, thank you, what the hell? So what I'm saying is, you see what they do when it's a black man. They'll pull up something you did a decade ago to justify why you don't deserve what you deserve today. But Cardi B, when they said, oh, Cardi B signed with Disney. Yes, sis. Get your bag, sis. Yes, fucking yes. You deserve it. No, she does not deserve it. She doesn't deserve it. No, she does not. Nobody that did those crimes and didn't get held accountable for it doesn't deserve any rewards. They don't. I'm disappointed. I don't drink Pepsi, so I don't give a fuck about them. I don't wear Reeboks, so I don't give a fuck about them. And I don't watch the Disney Channel. But those are people that actually like her and said, even though this woman, they make it look like she's a pillar. She's not a pillar. She's not, guys. So again, we have to do better with bringing awareness so that these women that are low level, that are not on Cardi B's level, can stop doing this shit. I'm trying to save these women because I'm telling you, This is a dangerous game. They're not going to win all the time. You got a lot of people that get away with it, but you got a lot that don't. But nobody has blown off anybody's head yet. Nobody has hurt anyone. Some men say nothing because of the embarrassment. They're like, man, so you followed this woman to a hotel room to get some pussy? Were you that desperate for it? They don't want to look desperate. That's why a lot of them don't say nothing. They take the L. I would not take the L. Hell no, I won't. Nope. I need y'all to pull those cameras. We were in the hallway before we went to our room. This happened. What I'm saying is a lot of men have to fight back. They do. And all I'm saying is, yeah, Brian, you're right. There was a clip where the woman tried to hand Rick Ross a drink and he moved that shit out the way. But you have women saying, well, you were doing it. Rick Ross, you were popping mollies in their drink. It was a lyric, you guys. That's all it was. It was a lyric. That's all it was. All I'm saying is that they do not hold these women accountable like they should. And Cardi B is not a C-list or B-list. She's A-list when it comes to her status. Being that big and admitting to something so vile, and you get rewarded. So why would a woman say, you know what? I'm going to do the right thing. I'm not going to drug men. Why would they do the right thing when this woman got away with doing the wrong thing? And not only did she get away with it, but she's being rewarded. She's being looked at as a god. I never saw Disney signing with this woman. But imagine that. Even when they gave her the bag, not one person came out and said, Disney, what are you doing? This woman admitted to robbing and drugging men and having trannies assault them. Nobody came out. Just because the men haven't said nothing doesn't mean it didn't happen. Cardi B said it. That's enough for me, guys. That is enough for me to never listen to her music. Until you guys can hold her accountable and lock her up for what she did, I won't listen to it. I just pray that it reaches the right person. And he says, you know what? I got to say something, even if I'm by myself. He might get judged. Well, you know what? He will get judged. He will get clowned. He will be disrespected. All I'm saying, you guys, is I find it really odd how Cardi B is still out there making music and getting deals. So today on my Instagram, I will repost that video. And I will tag Cardi B and say, did you ever think maybe I should apologize to these men? Maybe give something to their families or to them for what you did to them? Because they didn't ask for it. If she told them she was going to give up the pussy, you're saying you're going to give up the pussy. You didn't say, I'm going to give up the pussy. But before we do that, I'm going to drug you first. Rob you, then take advantage of you. Do you think those men would have still went with her? No. If the men knew what was about to happen, I guarantee you they wouldn't have followed her. That's all I'm saying, you guys. It really breaks my heart that men have to suffer like this and that women don't give a fuck about men. They don't. A lot of these women, I would say only 25% of women actually care about men out of 100%. Yes, there's a lot of male predators. Most of your predators are men. I agree with that. But in this situation, we have a female predator walking, breathing, talking, laughing at these men every single day. And she has not been held accountable. That really hurts my feelings. I wish I had a bigger following, but I don't. And you don't see these blogs resurfacing the video, huh? After she got that endorsement deal like they would do anybody else. If any other black man got an endorsement deal and he was convicted, okay, let's say that, I'm gonna go deep with y'all. Let's say that Nike said, we want to do a partnership with Bill Cosby. Do y'all honestly think these women will let that happen? I'm listening. If they said, you know what, we're going to do a kid shoe with Bill Cosby. Because, he used to have that show. Kids say the darndest things with Bill Cosby. You know how that used to be. What if Nike said, we want to do a deal with Bill Cosby? Do y'all think that shit will see the daylight? Those women will have that shit shut down before the ink dries. It wouldn't even go far. It wouldn't go far. Those women would stop that before it went anywhere. He was trying to get his own TV show, and they didn't let that shit happen, right? But here we are, a female predator getting all these deals. That's all I'm saying, you guys. I'm sorry. Until anybody wants, and no woman can tell me anything. See, when it comes to a video, when it comes to a woman admitting to it, what can a woman tell me? You made that up, Daphne. You're the one saying that. That's not her voice. That's video shop. That's not really Cardi B. You're making that up. What can they say about me posting that video? That it isn't her? What can they say? So when I post, stories from other people and they say, well, no, that couldn't have happened. Women are not really drugging men. Okay. That's where we're going with it. Y'all can Google this shit right now. If you Googled right now, drugging and robbing men, guess whose picture pops up? Cardi B. Her picture pops up. Maybe like 30, 40 pictures of Cardi B. She is the right behind that. It's like she's the definition of that. Ain't that crazy? If you Google right now, drugging and robbing men, I'm telling y'all, I did it and she popped up. What is that saying to us? She's the only one to get off. Like I said, guys, I know in my heart that if a man admitted to doing something like that years ago, he wouldn't be seeing the light of day. Those cops would have opened up the case and they would have said to anybody, if you were a victim of this person's, of doing this to you, please come forward. We want to help you. Those women would come forward in the boatloads. But when have they done that for men? They didn't say, hey, any men that you think were drugged, if you think you were drugged and robbed by this woman, come forward. You can remain anonymous. We just want to make sure that she's held accountable. They haven't done that yet. So how do we know if men would or wouldn't come forward in the first place? All I'm saying, you guys, is we got to do better. We do. And I'm not going to rest until something happens. She needs to be held accountable because she is the blueprint of all these women thinking it's okay to get away with it now. They watched her get away with it and they think that they are also Superman and that there's nothing out there that's going to ever take them down. There's no kryptonite out there. They're going to keep doing it. You got some low-level ones that get caught, but you got some professional ones who do it as a job and they get paid off of drugging men every day. They find men that are married. So fellas, I also want you to know this. If you have a girlfriend or you married, they use that as blackmail. That's why a lot of men don't say nothing either. They will blackmail you. You go on a vacation for your boy's wedding. You're rocking your ring. You're going into the club and they see that you have a ring on your ring finger. They're going to try you. And if you do something with her, she now has you. Waits till you go to sleep, looks in your phone. See what's in your phone? Oh, you're married? Well, I'll tell your wife. That's another thing that they do. They have that much control. Or they film the whole thing all together. Do you think your wife would like to see this video? Well, I got it. Blackmail. I honestly think we need to keep, you're right. Steve, you're right. We need to keep applying pressure. Because, guys, she's getting all these rewards. What about the black man, Rick Ross, who got taken down over a rap lyric? What about him? What about him? What's the difference? The difference is one was a rap lyric that really didn't happen. The other one was something that really did happen. She said the same thing twice. The only difference is in the second video, she explained how trannies went in after her. And it wasn't a pretty sight. So not only did she rob these men, not only did she drug these men and rob them, but she allowed these trannies to take advantage of them. And y'all telling me that this woman deserves to still get all these deals? I don't understand how people are still following this woman. I don't. It really breaks my heart. And I'm sorry to any men out there who were victims of her and men that are victims, period. I see why you stay quiet. They ain't doing shit to these women. So why would I open my big mouth and say that this happened when they're not even holding these women accountable now? If they won't hold Cardi B accountable, why would they hold Bonquisha accountable? So like I said, guys, I didn't want to keep you long today. I just wanted to tell you guys how I felt about this situation. I hope and I pray that people get the word out to be aware. Like I said, fellas, when you guys go on vacations, go in packs if you have to. Please do. You guys are marks the minute you come in there. And this story that I was sent to by this guy, him and his boys were marks because they were ordering expensive shit. So they knew that these men had money. That makes you a mark too. When you go into a club and they put you behind that red rope and you're just buying shit that you know is expensive, like Ace of Spades and shit like that, they know you have money. You are now a mark. You're a mark. If anybody saw the Players Club back in the day with Bernie Mac and Lisa Ray, if anybody saw the Players Club, what happened when money came into the club? What did Dollar Bill do? He hit that buzzer to let those hoes know money is in the building, right? If anybody saw Players Club, I know it's an older movie for some of y'all. Some of y'all probably never seen it. But whenever money came into the building, he alerted those women that money was in the building. They do the same thing when it comes to a club. They do the same thing. Money is in the building. What are we going to do? How are we going to calculate this, ladies? Because most of the waitresses, they work together. They have their own little side deal outside of that. Yeah, his table, they're already at a tab of $10,000. Okay, bam, we got our marks. We got them. They got to leave somehow. Most of them got there by cab. Right? So what I'm saying is, it's no different, fellas. If y'all in there buying the bar, you are a mark. They're going to let them know, oh, yeah, he got the money. The dude in the red shirt, he has the money. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to set you up. They're going to try to drug you. Oh, try this drink. Another thing, these clubs, a lot of these clubs are now doing the Sugar Factory method. If anybody went to the Sugar Factory, you know when they pull those drinks and all that smoke comes out? Clubs do that too. Hey, have you tried our new smoking drink? What do people usually say? Well, I've been to the Sugar Factory. Y'all got them? Yeah, we got them in shot glasses. All I'm going to say, fellas, if you ever go to a club that does the same thing the Sugar Factory does with their shots, go up to the bar and watch them make that shit. Say, you know what? At the Sugar Factory, they let you do it right in front of them. They let you see what they're doing. I want to watch and see what you're doing. Because that's another way of putting a pill in somebody's drink. You'll never see that shit coming. That smoke and fog will have you all fucked up. Or if they bring in your bottle and it's already opened. No. You open that shit right in front of us. I want to hear it. I want to hear that thing unravel and I want to hear it pop right in front of me. Fellas, notice that sometimes they come there with the bottle already open. Don't drink that shit. They do that too. Have them open the bottle right in front of you. If you ever went to an expensive restaurant, they usually open the bottle in front of you. That's the whole part of the package, right? But now in these clubs, it'd be so crowded, you're so distracted, they come with it already open and y'all didn't even see who opened it. The pill's already in there dissolving. So she's coming there, walking and swishing so that it's shaking up that bottle. Come on, y'all. Check out what I'm saying right now. So when they come to your table, they already shook up the pill. It's already open. Now y'all can all have this drink and get drugged together so we can get y'all asses because y'all have to leave. And they already got somebody working the door. They pay him to watch. Okay, they're all getting ready to go. They're all fucked up. Let me act like I'm going to help them into a cab. The cab is also a part of the game. I'm telling you guys, these scams go deep. You think they're taking you back to your hotel, they're taking you guys to a corner, and they're drugging you. You're already drugged, so they're robbing you, and then they're kicking you out of that car, dropping you off right there outside. Everybody's a part of the scam. That's how they do it. Most people that come out to different destinations, they come by cab. You don't go and get a rental in most places. Like Vegas, all you're doing is walking, so people rarely get rentals, right? They get cabs. It's cabs in Vegas. On the strip, people get cabs. They got that one cab that's been working with them in this scam, in this triangle. While y'all drugged and fucked up, he's driving slow on purpose so that them drugs can really kick in. Now y'all all sleep in the car like some fucking idiots. He pulls over to a isolated spot. He robs you guys, and then he pushes you guys all out of the car. You're drugged. So when you wake up in the alley. Do you really think you're going to go to the cops and tell them what happened? That they're going to believe you? So what I'm saying, guys, is this is real shit. It really is, and I'm trying to help you guys the best way I can. Don't be afraid to speak up when you've gotten, drugged. I know a lot of women like Cardi B get away with it, but strength in numbers, fellas. If it happened to you and you need someone to speak up for you, reach out to me. I'll help you. I'll put together what you need to say. Tell me who did it. I will run their information. We will put this shit together. We will. We can do it together. I'm willing to help you guys. I'm not going to laugh at you and call you a dummy for getting set up. Some of y'all don't know what's happening. You think everybody's nice. Oh, she's so nice for taking me home. Oh, she's so nice. This woman is just everything I could imagine, not knowing that she's a scam artist. And if you go to drugging and robbing men in South Beach, a lot of those women, they look like babies. They look innocent. So you wouldn't think that this woman would drug you. That's what they do. That's the whole game. That's why the average age is 21. They're babies. You guys aren't thinking that she about to try to play me. You're thinking of some big dyke, right? Some big, bull dagger. That's what y'all picture. Baby D looking chick. No, no, no. They don't look like that. They look real soft and innocent and pretty. 100 pounds. They have ass, titties, no waist. You're like, I can take her if she tried me. That's not the person you need to be worried about. She's the decoy. Again, guys, keep your eyes open. You can go and have fun, but just let people know where you're at and who you're with. Don't set yourself up. Please don't. And if you're going to be spending money and having a good time, just be aware. Don't go to a club to get drunk and fucked up where you're leaving out and you don't know who you left with. Don't be that person. Be aware. If you're going to get drunk in your room with people you know. Get fucked up in your room. Don't get fucked up in a public place, okay? Who else do we have here on here? Jay, you're on. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up like the skit stuff, like the people that are like making skits out of like basically almost everyday situations.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think it's like the women are coming up with these skits to downplay and like downplay these real life situations. Like people are gonna take these things more as a joke than an actual thing, since she's just screaming at her man over McDonald's, and now people are not gonna fucking care that she's having other kids starving nearby, and she's only worried about where's the food for everybody else. And the other one with the was it 15 friends, the guy that didn't chip in food for, they're trying to downplay that as well. It's like why would he need to do any of that for you and your friends when it's supposed to be about just you? And also I like to bring up like these things like with Cardi B and stuff. Like I feel like it's a mob mentality, like mob like fans that are trying to downplay what she does and like suppress anything bad, and so like it doesn't get covered as much.
And you know what you said was very right, and it's like you're reading my mind. I created a meme yesterday night, and the meme said, notice how these TikTok skits, they got the man looking like the villain and the woman is the victim. And you are right. So you're on the same level as what I'm talking about right now. That's why I respect you a lot, Jay, because the McDonald's woman, oh, you got to get food for my kid. Because you had a lot of women saying, well, how dare he show up and not bring enough food? So you wanted your kids to sit there and eat and the other kids watch him eat? That's selfish. They still found a way to make the man the villain instead of the loudmouth woman. And even when the truth came out, guys, check this out. They still downplayed it. Even if she was lying, this really happens. That's what they said. And then you had this other black woman who's telling this man, you need to buy food for me and my 18 broke ass friends. Well, she didn't say broke, I'm saying it. These 18 broke ass bitches behind me. What man is going to say, you're right, babe. Your pussy is so beautiful and good that I'm going to pay for everybody's food because they deserve to eat. I've never in my life met a man that ever did that. Ever. Unless you're Future. Future said he spends, $3-4 million a year on women. He chooses to do that. He's rich. But your regular man that works and works a 9-to-5 job, he ain't paying for that. He will never do that. He will tell that bitch, kick rocks, I'm going to release you to the streets. So again, these TikToks are making the men look bad, but nobody wants to bring that up because it's so entertaining. And even when the woman says, I got the clout I needed from y'all dumbasses, thank you, nobody is still holding her accountable. Y'all still making her rich. And when I told pages like Art of Kicks and A Different Perspective and other YouTubers, why are y'all even sharing this shit if it's fake? I thought you guys believed in the real shit. But people still need to do it to get their money. I'm just not one that's willing to do that to get money. I'm not. I'm not going to be willing to go with the train and say, you know what? If y'all going to do a skit, Do a skit of a man being drugged and robbed and assaulted by a tranny. Can someone make up that skit, or do I have to do it? Maybe I should go viral on TikTok. And I'm not even going to say skit. I'm not going to say it's a skit. And I'm going to find me someone who's going to put on a wig and a dress. That's a tranny. Have somebody say, oh, you look good. Go upstairs into the little room at the strip club. And then it's going to show her drugging, putting drugs in his drink, handing it to him. Maybe we need to do a skit like that. And then maybe Cardi B can say, you know what? That looks familiar. Like I said, nobody's doing the real skits. Y'all doing this dumbass shit that and making the men look like that they're wrong, and they're not. No man should be feeding other people's kids. They have a daddy. And no man should be paying for his girls' friends to eat. They broke asses need to get a job. I would have said, you need to tell those 18 girls to fucking get a job. Maybe if they wash dishes, they'll give them a free meal, because I'm not paying for shit. So like I said, you guys believe these skits that are so, you can just tell that they're fake. You're going to pay for them to eat. Well, why not? And she couldn't even keep back from laughing. She laughed at the end. She gave it away, you guys. How can y'all support that and not me? That's what hurts a little bit. But I can see why women don't fuck with me, because I hold them accountable. They don't fuck with me, right? But I expect the men to be my biggest supporters and have my back, like I got their back. It should be reciprocated the same way, you guys. You know, but yeah, Jay, I'm with you, Jay. Did you have anything else you had to say, sir?
Yeah, the mob mentality thing where like it's like a woman, like a big celebrity female would do something crazy, and then like the first like people to like comment on any of it would be like women trying to downplay the situation and then shut down anybody else that has a problem with it. Like they like the women that do it to you, like they're literally in groups and droves ready to report your page when you like report on a situation that involves them taking accountability.
Right. And like I told you guys, if anybody follows me on Instagram, one of my clients sent me that story of the girl he was going to take out to dinner. They were going to that Japanese restaurant that they already went to before. And it was cool before, right? But then she added, my friend broke up with her boyfriend and she's distraught. And what is she going to do?
I said that.
Right? You did, Louis. I know. And Louis, you did bring this up. And she was like, can she come with us? He was like, yeah, sure. Oh, she's going to be excited. The dude was like, she's excited because she's going to eat? That's kind of weird. No, because I told her you were paying. So when she told her friend that he was paying, that's where she got things fucked up. He wasn't paying for her. Okay, you broke up with your boyfriend. I feel bad for you. But then she was basically saying, if you're not going to pay for my friend, I'm not going on the date. So the date didn't happen. And then you guys find it weird how, 2 weeks later, you have to take me and my 18 friend. You have to feed us all. Y'all don't see what people are doing? Somebody is looking at my page and taking everything you see that I post and make it into a video. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people trying to copy what I do. You got these spiritual world. You got all these bigger pages that can't survive with their own shit. So they take from pages like mine. Y'all don't find it weird how that scenario is kind of similar to that one that my client sent me?
I was going to ask you
reached out to him and said, don't this look familiar? He said, yeah, but it's not identical. But instead of it being her one distraught friend, it's 18 broke bitches, right? So guys, understand that people are definitely going to copy me. I've been doing this text receipt shit for almost 6 years. No one's going to give me my credit. They're all going to rip off from me and steal from me because they can't be original. I was the originator of this shit. I'm the only one on Facebook that was going into groups and catching people and hitting them with the I figured you'd say that. Now you got pages doing that too. Hold on, Louis. Louis, please. Hold on, hun. Now you got pages that are doing the same thing I do. You got females that are trying to go into groups and do what I do. Nobody's original anymore. I try to do something different that was nothing like anybody else, and I'm already being copied. But the people that are copying me, for some reason, they have more followers. They have more views. How when I'm the originator?
That's the other thing. We need to call out these platforms too, because there's like evidence of them like suppressing other people's content and boosting other people's content as well.
Guys, listen to me, Jay. Thank you, Jay. I'm glad you said that. Listen, guys. It like I just got the super chat added on to my YouTube. If anybody sees my shows now, you'll see like a heart with a $sign. I just got verified on YouTube. I just did this. Just did it. But you got pages that will share my stories and get 250,000 views. I had one person. Okay, can you guys mute your phones? I hear myself. I had some pages that have like 1 million or more subscribers. And when they share my stuff, they're getting 500,000 to 1 million views. They get paid, guys. YouTube sends them a check. I don't see any of that. And then that page will have 1 million followers, and they're happy about my content that's already on my page with the 5,000 followers. So yeah, it would be nice if more content creators and YouTubers will actually give me my flowers, but they don't. I've had YouTube pages block me and share my content and remove my name and put theirs. This is how railroaded I'm being. So when I'm telling you guys, I try to be cool with people. I try to be nice to people. All I say is stay in your lane, I stay in mine. I don't copy anybody. I just told you guys about this guy named Dar. Dar Man has been on YouTube since 2018. I've been doing text receipts since 2016. And yet he'll put mom finds, wig and makeup and stuff in daughter's backpack and catches her dressing differently at school. Now, y'all remember my podcast when I told you guys how these little girls will put makeup and sexy clothes in their backpack. Okay, going to school now. And they get to school and change clothes. If anybody remembers that, Darman now has a video of a mother catching her daughter doing that. He got 80 million views. 80 million views on that. He got paid. So what I'm saying, guys, is people are taking what I'm posting, and I might be low level to them, but they need me to survive. Ooh, Jerome. Bless you, Jerome. Jerome just sent me $50. What? Okay, Jerome, big baller. Thank you, Jerome. I appreciate you. But yeah, and Steve 2323. Yes. Derek Jackson stole 3 of my stories, you guys. Remember, he stole my Kanye West and Tyrese and Will Smith meme. And I actually reported him on Instagram, and they took it down. They gave him a copyright strike. So Derek Jackson is going to learn the hard way. He stole 3 of my stories already year to date. And this man gets millions of likes on his shit, but it's my content. And people will say, well, so? It's flattery. It's not flattery when this motherfucker is getting paid, and I'm not. I work hard. People trust me with their stories, and when they see it on Derek Jackson's page, they think I gave it to him and I got a check from him. No, that ain't what I do. I don't never do that to people. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm releasing free content coming from people that trust me. So when they see it in other places, unless I made a deal and I told them and everything's good, then we good. But when they see it all over, guys, half the time I don't even see it because they blocked me. Pages are now blocking me on Instagram and then passing my stories off as theirs. It's hard out here, you guys. Being in my position, it is. But I will not fold. I would not fold and start saying men ain't shit just to get the crowd. I know Kevin Samuels, he started off with style, image consulting, and he went from that to you're a 2, you're a 1. And when he changed up what he did, he became viral overnight. During COVID is when people really knew who Kevin Samuels was, even though his Instagram didn't start until 2018. So again, when people compare me to someone that I've been doing this before, please know your history about who I am and where I come from. I remember back in 2017, one of my most shared posts is when I told a woman she wasn't shit. That was in 2017. Y'all didn't know who Kevin Samuels was in 2017 because he didn't post nothing on YouTube yet. So I want you to know that I'm the originator of doing this shit, but I won't get my flowers from people that just met me. But the ones who know me know that I've been doing this for years and I haven't changed what I do. So again, guys, I just want you to understand that I am one of the realest pages out here. I'm just small. That's all. And I won't change up how I advocate for men. Men have it hard today in America, especially my black men. My black men have it very hard. And I think it's funny how women will support a female predator, but they want Bill Cosby dead. They want R. Kelly to be killed. But then when you hear about these black women coaching their whole ass daughters to be in R. Kelly's camp, to be on his dick, well, I don't believe it. I just think R. Kelly's team is making the story up to make R. Kelly look innocent. No, they're not making it up. That mother really did do that shit. And for a judge to tell them I'm not going to use that evidence, why? Because that would make R. Kelly look innocent. They want him to look like a predator who's been preying on innocent little girls his whole life, not knowing that he was molested and raped by the women in his family. But we won't bring that up. They'll bring it up for a serial killer. They'll say, oh yeah, Ted Bundy went through these tough times and he was a good looking guy, a model. But we won't talk about how R. Kelly was abused. D. Ray Davis was abused. A lot of these black men, Danny Boy, was sexually assaulted by Mary J. Blige. But y'all love sweeping that under the rug, huh? Oh, because he's gay. Danny Boy is gay. Well, maybe that's why he's gay. Because a woman took his innocence from him. And he doesn't trust women anymore. Have y'all ever thought about that? Women love saying, well, Danny Boy's a fruitcake now. I don't believe Mary J. Blige did that to him because he's gay. He wasn't gay when he was a child. That's the fucking point. Imagine being a young boy and a woman taking your innocence. Some of them grow to hate women and love men, unfortunately. That's what happens. But nobody wants to bring that up. I will. I think we should take down all these female predators. Jada Pinkett had a relationship with the guy from Criss Cross. But no one wants to talk about that. But many people in the industry knows that she fucked that boy when he was a minor. But no one wants to bring that up, right? Because these are famous women. Well, I bring it up. Jada Pinkett's a predator. Mary J. Blige is a predator. Cardi B is a predator. I can go on and on. I don't care if they're black women. They're black women that did some bad shit. So if another black woman won't hold them accountable, then no one ever will. Okay? Like I said, y'all want these Catholic priests to come off the street for decades of all that? Well, let's bring all these women off the street too. Women out here, they do exist. They do take advantage of these young boys. Oh, you're going to be fine when you get older? Oh, you're going to be a heartbreaker when you grow up. You look just like your daddy. Call me when you get 17, baby. Happens every day. And men don't even realize that they don't. They don't. It happens every day. So again, guys, I just want you to know why I do what I do, because I actually care about my black men surviving. I really do. And I think it's really sad how women can get away with murder, sexual assault, rape, robbery. They can get away with that and get millions of dollars in deals. But a black man can make up a story and a song and get hung from the cross. Something has to be fixed. It has to be fixed, guys. I can't keep letting this happen. So today on my Instagram, I will resurface that video, and I'm going to tag Cardi B and say, have you ever thought about apologizing to those men now that you're famous? Now that you don't have to suck dick and treat men bad to survive? Have you ever thought about giving back? Creating a foundation for men that are victims? That'd be something nice to do, wouldn't it? I mean, we saw them on Christmas. They had, 20 trees? 20 trees with all these presents? Do you know how many lives that she can change by giving back to those that she ruined? Some of those men probably are not even the same. Some of those men probably killed themselves. We'll never know. She knows, though. It hasn't been that long. I need you guys to understand that. I need you guys to understand that I really do care. And I love my women. I do. But women, this is you guys doing the bad stuff. And if we don't hold each other accountable, we will never survive. And if you don't hold your own family accountable or hold people like Cardi B accountable, they're going to keep doing it until somebody blows their fucking head off, till they blow that wig off. And when they blow the wig off and somebody's a hashtag, that's when they will care. Instagram model found slain for trying to drug and rob a rapper or trying to drug and rob a man. But they'll say, I don't believe she did that. He forced her to come there. That's what a mother would say. My daughter would never drug and rob a man. I taught her better than that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. How many times do we hear mommies try to advocate for their daughters who did something wrong? My daughter would never do that. He shot her because she didn't give up the pussy. Well, ma'am, how did your daughter get there? Yeah, she drove there on her own free will. She was at her apartment and drove to his house. She was not forced to do that, ma'am. The text messages said she was going to give up the pussy, ma'am. Well, I'm sure that wasn't a real text. It was real. So if you guys are not going to teach your daughters now to stop drugging, robbing men, putting their hands on men, treating men like this, then they deserve any consequence that comes behind it. Y'all remember that married man who thought those two women they're going to have a good threesome, and they robbed him and killed him, the black man. And what do women say? Your ass should have been at home with your wife. That's what you get. You should have been at home. But if that had been a woman meeting up with two guys to get a train ran on her and they killed her, do you think they would have said, your ass should have been at home? Nope. They wouldn't. And if you say that, good luck. Good luck. I'm just trying to tell these women that this ain't the life. If you're broke, you're a stripper, you ain't got no money, there's many ways to get money the right way. There are many ways. Cardi B could have worked in sales because she runs her mouth all the time and she's loud. Oh, you want to buy it? You're going to buy it? Oh, guess what? You get it. She would have did very well. Loud and in sales. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect for her. Or she could have worked as a clown because she's real loud and animated. There's many jobs she could have did other than that. There's some people that grew up in the projects. One way in, one way out. Roaches and rats and all that. And they didn't do what she did to survive. What did they do? Started making mixtapes. Going to their boy's house. Making the music in the closet. Because that's all they had. They didn't have no real studio. Beatboxing. Doing shows for people. They made it work and they didn't have to drug women to do it. So I don't want to hear shit about Cardi B having to make it. If she did this shit not too long ago, that means it was around this time. She had many ways to make money. That's all I'm saying, you guys. We have to stop supporting her. People need to stop listening to her music. And we need to start holding her accountable. And it's going to start with me. I'm definitely going to make that post today. She cannot sue me for defamation because it's her video. She put it out there. Defamation is when you make up a claim about someone that isn't true. Now, if I was to say Cardi B has a love child from another man, that's defamation. Please understand that. Defamation isn't me sharing a video she put out already. They're going to say, well, Cardi B, it says your name at the top and it says live. Did you go live and say these things? Yeah. Well, once you go live and you send it to the public, they can use it. And you can't do shit about it. See, now if Cardi B sent it to me from her phone, and it wasn't in the public eye, then I couldn't do nothing with it. But unfortunately, that's not what she did. So I'm just saying, guys, there's many ways to get money. What she did was not the way. And any of those men out there, if we keep bringing the story up, somebody's going to say, I am a victim. I was just embarrassed. She ruined my life. I have never been the same. I haven't even slept with a woman. Finding out that a man violated me, I've never been the same. Maybe that'll make people feel a little bit, a little bit more sympathy for these men who were taken advantage of. Instead, they victim blame. Why would they trust a hoe anyway? Why would they follow a stripper into a room anyway? That's victim blaming. That's like me saying, why did you wear a miniskirt in a bar? Right? What's the difference? They don't let us victim blame these women. Why did that woman go to a party that she knew men would be at and she wore close to no clothes at all? So she deserved it. You can't say that, right? So you can't say that about men then. Maybe they thought they were going to get a special lap dance. It doesn't matter. I know that they didn't think they were going to get drugged and robbed and violated. I positively know they didn't think that. So at the end of the day, guys, I just want to bring to light what's been going on with a lot of men lately. And I want to make sure that you guys are doing the best you can to hold them accountable. I mean, because a lot of these black men, believe it or not, they were violated young. They were. Ask yourself why Chief Keef has 10 kids by 10 women. And the first woman that he had a kid with was in her 40s. And he was a teenager. I believe he was 15. The woman that he slept with was 44. Does anyone want to talk about that? If you don't know who Chief Keef is, he has that song, That's That Shit I Don't Like. Don't like. If you don't know that song by now, something's wrong with you. Catch up. But the woman he had a kid with, she was 44 going on 45. And he was a fucking child. And no one batted a lash. No one gave a fuck. Nobody cared. So, like I said, but you guys were very concerned about Kylie fucking around with Tigger, right? Or Tiger, whatever the fuck his name is. Y'all had a lot to say about that. She's a child. He's an adult. See, Chris, she signed up on that shit. She signed off on that, gave her permission for that. But you guys still wanted him taken off. Y'all didn't want him to rap. Y'all didn't want him to sell any more music, right? Those women came to Kylie's defense. She's a child. She can't make her own decisions. He's an adult. That's rape. What about Chief Keef? Y'all don't give a fuck about that, huh? I'm almost positive his mom didn't sign off on that. Y'all want to talk about that? Because y'all pick and choose when you want to call someone a fucking predator, right? Chris Brown gets an allegation. He did it. I know he did it. Okay, Jerome, stop sending me money, man. Okay, Jerome, I'm thankful, man, but you going crazy over here with the money. Thank you, sir. I appreciate this. But I'm just saying, you guys, tell me if I'm wrong. They pick and choose when they want to call someone a predator. So I'm hoping that today, if you guys don't know, about the Cardi B situation, and this was their first time, Google is free. The videos are on YouTube. I am posting it on my page today. I am going to tag her. I'm almost positive she'll probably see it, but she ain't going to say nothing back to me. I'm low level. I just want you guys to know that I do care about men who were violated. And to any man that's ever been violated without his consent, I'm sorry that happened to you. And I promise you, I'm going to do the best I can to bring it to light. It might take a little while because I'm not that big of a page, but I pray that more people will subscribe to my page so that we can start bringing people to light together. Because I'm telling you, these women will never be held accountable if we continue to turn a blind eye. And I don't care if it happened today or happened 20 years ago. Y'all want that woman that accused Emmett Till to be locked up, right? And that happened in the 50s. So why can't we keep that same energy for what Cardi B said a few years ago? That's all I'm saying. Can we have the same energy? Or I get it. We want to pick and choose. That's not what I do on this podcast. We're not picking and choosing. Everybody's going down. Everybody. If R. Kelly's going to get 30 years, if R. Kelly can get 30 years, then we can get Cardi B off the street. If Bill Cosby did almost 3 years, then we can get Cardi B off the street. Notice how I'm saying men that serve prison time or that are about to serve prison time. Let's not forget that R. Kelly did already 2 years in jail during COVID as a diabetic, and they didn't give a fuck about his health. They was going to let that man die. Then they try to create the story that he wants to kill himself. That ain't even like R. Kelly to do some shit like that. But they wanted to throw that out there. So if he ends up dead somehow, he was already suicidal. That's what they do to our black men. First, they get you locked up. Then they say you're crazy and you're trying to kill yourself. And that's not even the case. And y'all laughed at that. You know what isn't funny? R. Kelly being abused and raped as a kid. That isn't funny at all. They took away his innocence, which is why he had an attraction to young people, because it happened to him. Like I told you guys, you got a lot of girls who were molested and taken advantage of. So they become hoes and they sleep around with everybody and have all these kids because they never healed and they never got help. R. Kelly is no different. He's a black man that was violated. You could end up like R. Kelly, where you made mistakes and you messed with younger girls, or you could be like D. Ray Davis, suppressing that and speaking about it later on. But he has 2 girlfriends, right? People handle their traumas different. But R. Kelly was tortured. And nobody wants to listen to his story because they think he's a predator. All that wasn't just R. Kelly. A lot of that pussy was handed to him. Y'all don't want to hear the truth, though. A lot of those minors were handed to him. Those parents couldn't wait for their kid to be taken advantage of by R. Kelly so they can get that money. Ask yourself why, if R. Kelly had been doing this for years in the past, why nobody put hands on him, why nobody tried to kill him, why he never did no time back then. Because they allowed it to happen. They knew the man was twisted. They knew he was fucked up. And when he had parties, they put those things in his way. No different than a crack addict trying to get clean, coming out of the rehab, and you got a big crack pipe right there telling them to take a hit. That's what they did to him. So again, all this was not just R. Kelly in his right mind. The man had a really bad life. Just like DMX. Y'all didn't want to hear how as a minor he was giving drugs. And that's how he got addicted. Y'all only hear about him dying of drugs, right? But no one wants to hear a black man's story. But when Amy Winehouse died, oh, poor Phil. See how they want to pick and choose? You pick and you fucking choose. These black men were tortured, taken advantage of, given drugs. They were raped, they were violated, and that's why they're fucked up now. Healing wasn't in the books for R. Kelly. He had a gift, singing. That was his therapy when he should have actually saw somebody. But he had a gift. And no matter what he did, his music will still live on, and nobody in this world can outsing R. Kelly. And I'm sticking with that. At the end of the day, I know that man went through a lot. Ask yourself why black men don't get the help they need, because you guys laugh at them. You think it's funny when they're the victims, and it's not funny. It's not funny. But then when you hear how they were abused, well, he should have said something. Well, same thing for a woman, right? No, because she's a woman. No, it's not. Keep that same motherfucking energy. Whatever you would say about a woman being violated, say it about a man. Period. One thing I remember somebody saying is, if you're a parent and you had a 3-year-old, say that you had twins, a 3-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old boy. If they both fell at the same time, who are you going to go pick up first? The girl, right? because you expect that 3-year-old boy to be tough. That is where you fucked up as a parent. That is where you fucked up. Remember that, parents. You shouldn't immediately go to the girl first because the boy is supposed to be tough. Wait for both of them to get back up on their own. And then have them both come to you. But don't treat one different because you expect the other one to be tough. That's where you fuck up. Love your boy like you love your daughter. That's how it should be. Like I said, a lot of these mothers, they actually pimp their kids out. But you'll never hear about that because whoever the pimp was is the one that's going to be locked up for life. The mothers will get a pass because they're women. That judge said she didn't even want that evidence in court. And now R. Kelly has 30 years. So like I said, guys, it goes back deeper than we think. Most men suffered a lot of trauma. I'm surprised that they're not doing crazier things today. And on top of having a target on their back from the cops, on top of being yelled at every day, judge called broke, called lazy, you're just another statistic like your daddy. Men come out the womb being judged already. Not us women. It happens with men. Men are expected to fail when they're black. Oh, you must be a rapper or a drug dealer or a basketball player. Which one are you? He can't be a doctor, huh? He can't be a scientist, huh? Astronaut. He has to be a drug dealer, rapper, right? A criminal. The list can go on. Black men are judged from the womb. And y'all ask me why I go hard for black men? It's hard for them. It is. It ain't hard for us, ladies. Yeah, you guys carry babies and you give birth. I get that. But you need that man to be the protector over you and that baby, don't you? That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, these men have it hard. And now they have to be extra careful when they're around a woman. They can't grab a woman. They can't, if a woman violates them, they can't touch them. They have to just get violated. They're so scared to do anything these days. You can't be alone with a woman in a room because you don't know what she's going to say. It's hard for men. And this is why, if anybody knows who Deshaun Watson is, you see how 24 women can say he did it with no evidence? Mind you, no criminal convictions at all. All of these are civil cases that don't require any evidence. It's just for them to get paid off. So as a black man, I would be extremely scared to be famous. If these women can make up a story just to get $100,000 or more, imagine what they could do to me. All they have to do is say it happened. So fellas, if you're famous, these women, they know where you're going to be. Okay, he's going to be at this concert. He's going to this after party. I'm going to make sure I'm in that vicinity. All they have to do is be in the vicinity. I was in the vicinity of this rapper, and he brushed across my breast and grabbed him. I want money. Most rappers are not going to be able to go to all these court cases, so they're going to settle just off of her lies. So don't tell me it's hard for a man to be a man out here today. It's hard for them. We live in a world where an allegation can make them pay $100,000 or more. You don't even got to have any proof. All you got to do is say you were in the vicinity and bam, they're paying you money to shut you up because they don't have the energy to fight. Deshaun Watson fought almost 2 years. So when you say, why did he settle? He didn't settle on day one. He's settling now because he sat out for a year without playing the game he loves. So I need you guys to understand why men do what they do. They're tired. That's why the suicide rates are higher in men, because they don't get no type of fairness. And it's tiring. I was raised by my dad, who was a black man. And I never once saw him get help. I never once saw him say, fuck these kids. Their mom died. I don't have to deal with this. My dad didn't have to deal with us. Because these dads now, they have to fight to see their kids, get on their knees to see their kids, kiss the baby mama's ass just to see their kids, stay single for the rest of their life while she can fuck every pookie she wants just to see their kids. So don't tell me that it ain't hard for a man. A man shouldn't have to fight to see his kids. Women should be thankful that a man wants to be there. Because society says that men ain't shit. Nowadays, the man is the government. The government, food stamps, cash, and all that. So again, ladies, you got to do better. You got to do better. Stop creating all this chaos with these men. Stop these fake ass TikToks so that you can make money because you're too broke to get a fucking job. Some of y'all so broke you can't even get a real job. So you make up a fake scenario with your friend just to make people share it so you can be TikTok famous. TikTok needs to be taken down. TikTok is ruining a lot of lives. It is. I post my scenarios and stuff on TikTok all the time. It don't get not what 50, 60 views. But TikTok is the first place that will ban me for saying something that I shouldn't have said. But I can see a woman deep throating a banana on TikTok all day long, y'all. No bans for her. But I get banned for saying that women need to do better. So I'm telling you guys, there's a motive behind social media. It's not for men, it's for women. It's a safe place for women to lie, cheat, steal, kill, and get away with it. That's the world we live in. So like I said, guys, I'm sorry for this ranting I just did, but I'm a bit upset. I'm tired of men having to suffer like they have to. And I just wish more women stood up for our men. I wish they did. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't have the heart that I have. You men, you guys matter. You guys are valued. You are loved. Just please be aware. And like I tell you guys, if you're not sure about something, reach out to me on IG. Tell me it's urgent. If I'm not responding to your message, hit me up in the comments. I try to go through the comments as much as I can. If I'm not responding to the comments, reach out to me on email, accountabilityqueen@aol.com. I will see your email before I see your post on Instagram. I'll help you if I have to. But fellas, you guys are worth it. Don't just give any woman your time. Make her work for her time. Make her work for it. You'll know if she's real or not by asking questions. And if you think she's one of them phony ass women with a fake page, send it to me and I'll do the research for you for free of charge. And I'll tell you if this is somebody you should talk to. Some of these women have criminal records too. Embezzlement, theft, robbery, because they did it with Pookie. Don't let the pretty face fool you. A lot of these women are dangerous. They are. That's all I'm saying. We have to do better. We have to do better. And ladies, it starts with you. Stop being that bitter, angry baby mama and stop making it seem like you got a bad baby daddy when you know he's there every day. He is there. He's there. And like I said, you guys, at the end of the day, it starts with us. And a lot of people don't really care about what I'm saying because it's some real shit. But I bet you if I said men ain't shit, all men do is have bastard kids and they leave them. I have about maybe 100,000 followers overnight. But I'm not going to fold. I know Kevin Samuels, he folded after what? A year? And he changed his content? I haven't changed my content in years, y'all. I still don't say men ain't shit. I still don't say those things. And that's why it's taking me longer. I'm in it's a race and I'm a turtle right now. And those liars who make up fake ass stories, they're the rabbit. That's why they're moving faster than me. But I want you guys to know that these people that have, 80 million views like Darman and all these bigger platforms than me, they're recycling my shit. They're going on my page to get ideas. I was sent 2 text receipts that were similar to what my clients had sent me. They just changed up the verbiage a little bit. So people are so desperate. Well, let me go to CelebriD's page and see what she put, and I can make that into a TikTok and get paid. All I'm saying is, guys, they're going to keep biting off of my shit. And if you see something that looks like mine, call them out on it. This looks like CelebriD's. This looks like it belongs to her. You guys changed up the words. They are creating these fake text threads, and that's why people call my shit fake. Because the people that are out here actually faking it are trying to do what I do. If my shit was fake, I have one every day then. I mean, each one of my text threads gets what, a couple thousand likes? 300 to 400 comments? If it was fake, I'd be posting this shit every day. I have a method. I verify. I don't want to get shut down. So again, when people say my shit is fake, I would have something every day. If you go on these fake TikToks, they got a video every fucking day. How do they do it? Because it's fake. It's that easy. It's fake. And you'll see the same woman that's saying, take me and my 18 friends. You'll see her in the next video. Are you going to watch my kids or not? Come on, you guys. It's right there in your face. I'm not doing anything wrong. So it's going to take me longer to get there. That's all. So again, guys, if you can keep supporting me, and I don't mean by money, Jerome, thank you so much for all the money you sent me, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But I'm just saying, TikTok is like porn. That's how I look at TikTok now. I've been on maybe seven TikTok bans, and I've only had TikTok for less than a year and a half. So that should tell you guys a lot. and they were banning me from my text receipts and what I did on Facebook. But I can tell you right now, I saw a woman deep throating a banana. I saw a woman acting like she was like her dildo was a dick, and she was acting like she was jacking it off, and this stuff came out. That's the shit that's on TikTok, you guys. Not getting banned. I'm just saying. I'm just calling it what it is. But again, the whole point of my platform is to bring awareness to men that need our love and help and support. They've been talking about women for years. We get all the resources and help and all this shit, and men were just left in the dust. Like, we didn't eat their nutsack to be here on this world today. We didn't eat their nutsack. We just came from a stork. They dropped us off on the ground and bam, here we were. We didn't need a man. Yes, we did need a man, and we still do. We need our men. And a woman that says that I don't need a man, she's a fucking liar. She's been rejected by a lot of men, and she's probably mad. You need a man. You do need a man. You do. You say you don't need a man, but you love Jesus. Jesus, I love him. Him? You sure? Because you said you don't need a man. Right? So all I'm saying, guys, is I just want to bring to light the drugging that has been happening and men getting robbed. In South Beach, they are number one for that. So fellas, if you're thinking about going to Miami, be careful in South Beach. That is where it's happening. And the average age of the women drugging these men are 21. Most men like women that are younger. And I'm not talking about like 15, but 21 is that age for them. She's young. She's finding herself. But be careful because she has a motive. Be careful. That's all I'm saying, guys. You have your cell phones, use them. There's a lot of tracking apps where you and your boys can all have the same tracking app. Where if I can't find you, I can track your phone to make sure you're good. If you're going to a destination that you're not familiar with, please make sure you stay safe. Because these women, they wake up thinking about the next scam. And they're willing to have sex with you. They're willing to do whatever it takes to get your money. And if you're married, that is a scammer's dream. Because now they can blackmail you. Most men are married with kids. And you know what that would do? They don't want to get divorced by their wife and the wife take everything because he cheated. So they're willing to settle with these scammers. So fellas, if you're married, don't do nothing wrong. Don't put yourself in a position to be caught up. Please don't. It's not worth it. That temporary little high is like a crackhead. Even crackheads, when they get that first high, what do? Once it wears off in like 11 minutes, they're back looking for another high. That's why they run out of money so fast. It's the same thing with getting some new pussy. It was cool in the moment, but you didn't think about none of the after effects, right? If it's not worth it, it's not worth it. Be aware. If you go with a group of men, make sure they know who you're talking to. If she tells you what her name is, 9 times out of 10, she's lying. That's not her name. Her phone number, it might be a text me app. That's the main thing they do. They download a text me app and make it look real. They even put a voicemail on that text me voicemail. I'm telling you, it's a big scam. It runs longer. They know the doorman, they know the bartender, and they know the cab driver. All those people are in on the scam because if you're a high roller, they're gonna get paid. So I'm just saying, you guys, please be aware. And I hope that this show enlightened some of you guys because I wasn't gonna do the show, but I felt like I needed to. Okay, I appreciate everybody who listened today. And like I said, if you guys can keep supporting me, that's all I'm asking you for. And when I say support, sharing, liking, and subscribing, that's enough for me. I don't need any money. Jerome, thank you so much. You're a blessing. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. What I do with the money that people give me, I have clients that don't have diapers. I have clients that don't have baby food. I give back in those ways. I had a client that told me she was using face towels as diapers. I couldn't let that happen. So when you guys send me cash apps and things like that, I give it right back. And I tell them to keep paying it forward. Please don't mention what I did for you. I don't need the accolades. I just want the support and the love. That's all I need. Because when I do things for people, I don't want them to broadcast it. That's not why I did it. We all were in positions where we needed a little help. That don't make you broke or don't make you, low level. People need help. So I do have clients that are struggling. So when you give to me, I give it to them because I'm blessed. And I know a lot of pages don't do that. But when you see these pages with 80 million views on one fucking video that's a made up story, that bothers me. How this person became that big in 4 years. And you get 80 million views on some bullshit. He had one video that says TikToker gets embarrassed. 75 million views. How? How the fuck is that getting views? But I got real shit on how to not get drugged. And that barely gets a couple thousand. So what I'm saying, guys, is they only support what they want. It has to be interesting. I guess I have to pay some actors to do some fake scenarios to get paid. I guess that's what I got to do. Because it ain't working this way sometimes, right? But just know that a lot of these stories that you guys hear, some of it came off of my page. If you guys go back on my Instagram and my Facebook, you'll see shit from 2016. And now people are recycling my shit. When I first started posting my text threads, I never thought to put my face on anything. And then people started stealing from me that way. And then when I started seeing it on the Shade Room, oh, it was sent to us. But they removed my watermark. That broke my heart to see people copying from me, and I don't even copy nobody. So again, guys, I try to be different, but being different doesn't always mean that no one's going to copy you, right? So again, I just want to tell you guys, thank you for listening today. I hope I gave you guys a little bit of gems to help you guys when you're out there, when you're going on destinations. Just be safe. Be safe. Always buy your own drink. I always say that. Watch them make the drink if you can. If you can. And if she hands you a drink, tell her to drink it first. And if she starts sweating, you already know why she's sweating. I remember one guy told me he went to a bar with a woman and she handed him a drink and he took it and sat it down. And when she turned, he swapped their drinks. Ain't that something? Do that shit if you have to. Then when you see her getting woozy, are you okay? What happened, baby? I'll leave her ass right there and go right on home. Wouldn't even care what happened to her. Like I said, a lot of these women know what they're doing and they get away with it because they're pretty and they know that most men are sexual creatures. They get a hard on when they see a woman with a nice body and they don't even know that she's planning on robbing them and drugging them and taking advantage of them. So fellas, all I'm saying is don't let the pussy change who you are. I know some of y'all ain't had none in a while, but don't let your guard down where you can possibly lose your life. It ain't worth it. It's not. These women are not worth it. If they're willing to give it up to you and they're all over you, you're not the only man they did that to. Picture that. And like I said, guys, at the end of the day, I will keep doing what I have to do to bring awareness. So thank you guys so much for attending today. I'll probably do another show maybe on Wednesday. But I do have some more content. I do have a story that was emailed to me from a young woman. And I think it's a good story, but I hate that she's in this position. And I think you guys are going to be able to offer her some good advice. I have not replied to her email yet, but based off what people tell me, I like to use a little bit of what you guys say. Because somebody might have went through what she went through, and they might have done the opposite of what I might tell her to do. So I always listen to what some people say in the comments, and then I give the person my opinion. But like I said, guys, keep emailing me your stories. So far, I've been getting some good stuff. You know, some of y'all think I'm stupid. Some of y'all, I watch a lot of movies. So if it sounds like a movie, I'm going to send you the link to the movie that this came from. I'm not that dumb, you guys. I'm very bright. So please don't send me those scenarios where it sounds like Paid in Full or it sounds like a movie that I've seen. I'm not, guys, I'm a movie person. I love movies too. Okay? And I've watched Tyler Perry movies too. So you can't get me there either. Okay? So like I said, just make sure you're sending me good stuff. Like I said, guys, at the end of the day, just be aware, please. And what all I ask from you guys to do, like this video, subscribe to me, and just bring awareness. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I want to say thank you to all those people who attended today. I appreciate you guys. I do have new merchandise on my website. I've added water bottles and fanny packs and Bluetooth speakers. If you don't want to get a shirt, I do have other things on there. There is a 10% discount coupon that you can use at checkout. Use the word accountability. So if you guys, until July 31st, there is a discount you can use. If you use accountability at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. So now you're not paying $30 for a shirt. You'll be paying like $26, and that includes the taxes and shipping. Tell me that's not a steal, y'all. I don't make it hard for your pockets. Somebody told me, well, why do you charge $30 for a shirt? It's $30, no tax, no shipping. Do you know how much shipping costs? Some people, I have to pay $8 for shipping. If I added taxes, you'd be paying the same shit. Think about it. If I charged you $20 for the shirt, with taxes and shipping, you'll be paying more than $30, basically. So I think I'm giving you a steal by only charging you $30 flat. no taxes, no shipping. I pay for all that. So tell me how I'm doing y'all wrong. Because some people, they get a little bit off of that. You got some people that sell shirts for $24.99. That's before taxes and shipping. I guarantee you taxes and shipping ain't no $5. I can guarantee you that. So I'm actually giving people a steal, making it one flat rate. Give me some credit on that, y'all. I actually care about y'all pockets, you know. And if you can't afford a shirt, there's cheaper stuff on there that's $12, a water bottle. Get something cheap. Get what you can afford. I make it affordable for everybody. I will be doing another giveaway too soon. And to those giveaway winners, you'll be getting your order shipped out pretty soon here. I want to say thank you guys for supporting me already. And like I said, I respect everybody. I do care about everybody, but right now we need to bring more awareness to these men who are being taken advantage of, who are being shot in the streets, who are being thrown into prison. And it's becoming overwhelming because we need our men, you know. And if they're gonna do this to men, make it equal. Do it to women too. And I feel if we all speak more about what Cardi B did, eventually somebody's gonna see this and say, you know what? Maybe I should reopen the case and see what really happened. Right? So, like I said, guys, at the end of the day, thank you everybody for attending today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And you can reach me on Instagram at CelebriD. You can reach me on Facebook through Messenger. I do have Messenger right now. I can still message you guys. And like I said, if anybody needs any guidance and you haven't been able to reach me on those platforms, accountabilityqueen@AOL.com. Accountability Queen all together at AOL.com. Okay. So that's it, guys. I'm done. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I love you all and stay safe out there. Okay. All right. Bye now.